I smell fresh loco.
Today we're going to be unboxing this Kato Locomotive C44-9W. Got this at the recent train show and decided to go ahead and do an unboxing of this. This is a late 90s era Kato, however you want to say it. So let's go ahead and see what we got in this. Okay, so first off, let's go ahead and pull the cover off here. We got a little bit of bubble wrap in there.
Ooh, bubble wrap. Mm.
And we have our Locomotive in its
Han Solo carbonite encasement here,
which is styrofoam. Let's go ahead and get Han Solo out of his entrapment here. And we'll go ahead and remove the little protectors here as they just kind of fall out on their own. Look at that. And of course we have our foam insert here for the Locomotive. And we have our instructions in the bottom of the box here. So we have our parts list on the one side. And we have the Locomotive assembly on the other side, including the DCC socket wiring diagram right there for a quick plug DCC decoder. Let's go ahead and put this all back in the box there. I've already gone ahead and installed a Digitrax DCC decoder into this, and you can see that pop up right here. You can watch me install that while we go through this Locomotive. So let's go ahead and take a look at this side of the Locomotive here. It's got pretty nice detail. The grill detail is pretty good for a late 90s era body shell. Paint's really crisp. The lettering is very good, although there is a little bit of yellow in between some of the lettering there where it falls within the doors there. We do have a brass bell down by the fuel tank there. Again, really good truck detail. Of course, all this is molded gray plastic, so if you want to weather this or paint it, you need to go ahead and apply some dull coat to it before you can do that. So on the front here we're lacking some MU hoses and cables there. It does have the covers for the sockets there molded in next to the ditch lights. And the ditch lights are fiber optic up to the bulb inside on the circuit board, as well as the headlights are also a fiber optic to that same light bulb. So it's kind of nice that it's one bulb to feed both those. UPs are on all the time, so I figure that's a good way to go with it. You can use the lighting circuits on the decoder for something else on this. I don't know why there's glue around the grab irons there. I don't know if that's a Kato thing or what, if it's the previous owner that did that. Kind of looks like hot glue to me because it looks kind of stringy, but I'll have to clean that up eventually. And on the back side we have again the same thing, separately applied grab irons there that again are not painted yellow. And then we also have our sockets right there molded in, as well as lacking the MU hoses and cables, but again that stuff can be applied. On the top side of this Locomotive you can see the incredibly great grill detail right there, along with all the rivet detail and little hinges and all that stuff up in there. Very nice. And more glue I've got to take some time to clean. You can also see the detail on the walkways and the lack of tread detail on the steps. But I tell you what, that's going to be pretty dang slick in the wintertime. And you can see some of that in-cab detail right there. And on this side of the Locomotive you can see the nice detail and paint job on this. You can see a nice grille detail right there. And nice detail on the doors. The lettering, you can see a little bit of yellow in between the doors there. Alright, so let's go ahead and weigh this Kato Locomotive. 1.05, there we go. 1.05, 0.59 kilograms, and 1.3 pounds, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and put the Intermountain Gevo on here as a comparison. 1.02, 0.5 kilograms, 1.10 pounds. So, not unexpectedly, the Intermountain is a little bit lighter. You can definitely feel it. So I've got the Bachmann Spectrum-844-CW here, or 40CW, excuse me. 1.02, 0.50, 1.10. So that's roughly equivalent to the Intermountain. The funny thing is that it feels heavier than the Intermountain. And last but not least, let's go ahead and do the Kato SD90/43 Mac that I've got. 0.61, 1.35, 1.06. So, as expected, this one's a little bit heavier because it's bigger, but not by much. It's definitely a lot of weight here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do a run-by of this locomotive. I got the camera placed as close to the track as I dare to go. I'll let you hear the sound of the motor. I already know this thing's going to take off at about 18 speed steps. So let's go ahead and get started here. Put a video of the controller at the top here. And here we go. Lights on. And action. 5 speed steps, we got humming, 10, 15, and we're starting to creep a little bit. 18, here we go. Now we're at 20. And you can see it pulls very smooth, even though I'm at 20 speed steps. And that's more speed steps than it really should need. But I have yet to do any reprogramming of this decoder. Alright, so I'm going to kick this thing to reverse. So you hear the sound of the motor that direction. So here we go. Alright, so I'll go ahead and do a run by at 85 speed steps. Let you hear the sound of the motor at that speed. Here we go. And now we'll go in the reverse direction, same speed. So what's the final verdict? Definitely worth buying. You might say, why did you bother doing a review about this? It's an old locomotive. Well, for starters, Katos really haven't changed much since this time frame. And a lot of people are probably like me in the fact that you like to find good bargains on older locomotives. So now you know what you would get for $70, which is what I paid for this. That's about what they go for on eBay, maybe $10 or $15 more. There are new ones of these for about $130 on eBay. They're definitely well worth the money. You do need to add a little bit of detail to them if you want. But overall, these are probably one of the best buys you can find right now on the used market. So, take care everyone.
Ooh, something fun to pop. Digitrax mobile decoder. You can see me do that right here. Where am I here on the screen? Over here.
Sorry.
Hi there, this is Nick. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a big old thumbs up. And if you have any comments, go ahead and leave them down below. If you don't want to miss out on my next video upload, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. You know you want to. Come on, it's just right there.